Episode number 933, Effort Drives Outcomes.
You're listening to the official BNI podcast with BNI founder and Chief Visionary Officer, Dr. Ivan Misner. Stay tuned for networking and referral marketing tips from the man who's been called the father of modern networking, along with suggestions and insights into getting the most from your membership in the world's largest networking organization, BNI.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the official BNI podcast. I'm Priscilla Rice, and I'm coming to you from Live Oak Recording Studio in Berkeley, California, and I'm joined on the phone today by the founder and the Chief Visionary Officer of BNI, Dr. Ivan Misner. Hello, Ivan. How are you, and where are you?
I am in Charlotte, North Carolina, this week. I'm at the global headquarters. I'm going to be doing a presentation, and I'm really excited to be here this week because I'm going to help put together the museum/archive. We've got content for BNI that we've been collecting for 40 years, and it's been packed up in boxes for quite a few years. And I'm here to help unpack those things, get dirty, and put a lot of these things. There is literally some things from the very first year that are in those boxes that we're putting out this week. So I'm excited to be here.
Okay, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about this podcast?
Yeah, this is about, luck versus effort. And I've always felt that the harder you work, the luckier you get.
Mm-hmm.
And, some people still argue with me that luck has played some major role in their life. And I mean, one of my favorites was, a person who said, I got this referral from somebody and it was just pure luck. They just happened to be at some meeting where they happened to bump into some person who happened to know another person, and they made this connection and I got this referral. It was just dumb luck. And I said, really? He said, yeah, it's just dumb luck. Like, well, how long have you been in BNI? He said, 4 years. I said, 4 years. Have you gone to most of the meetings? He said, yeah, I have hardly missed any meetings. So I said, okay, so you've been to like 200 meetings. He said, yeah, 200 meetings. He said, and this person that made the introduction, are they in BNI? Yeah, I know him real well. Okay, so you've built a relationship for 4 years, over 200 meetings, and you think it's luck. So if you put it like that, might not be completely luck. No, effort really comes into play. And I think effort is what drives outcomes. Studies have shown that randomness does affect success distribution, even when talent is accounted for. Yet this doesn't, I think, negate the impact of effort. Luck may determine which opportunity you get, but sustained hard work, I believe, determines whether you can capitalize it or not. Hard work, to me, builds capability and capital. Angela Duckworth's research on grit or perseverance and deliberate actions, I think, are key predictors of success, sometimes more than innate talent. Fast Company did research that highlights that effort is shaped by traits like conscientiousness and perseverance, which suggests that your drive and persistence can be developed, which if I have any superpower at all, Priscilla, it is that I am a dog with a bone. I am very persistent, and I have been consistently persistent. And I think that's one of the reasons that I've had a measure of success is that persistence. Mm-hmm. And research has shown that is important. I think structural and cumulative advantages impacted. Malcolm Gladwell's Outliers underscores how early advantages, like being grouped with slightly older hockey players or having early access to computers, does have future gains. But these advantages are enabled only by consistent effort. You still need the dedication to extend those opportunities into real achievement. So yeah, you might, have an advantage in that you've been coached by some people with experience, but you have to actually put that experience to work. Empirical surveys reflect public opinion. Public surveys show that a strong majority still believe that hard work and merit are the primary drivers of success, even acknowledging some role of chance. And I agree with that. But I think that, the key is to take that lucky break, that lucky opportunity that you get, and putting it to work and applying it in a way that's really consistent and long-term effective. the recognition of randomness, I believe, coexists with a belief in sort of a proactive effort. And even where luck plays a role, a strong work ethic and a willingness to contribute can take, I believe, individuals far in their life. I think that luck opens doors, but hard work walks you through them. Without persistent effort, without persistence, deliberate practice, smart hustle, then chance doesn't translate into success. I've seen people with incredibly lucky breaks. How many times have we heard stories about people who win the lottery and then just a few years later, they're bankrupt because they didn't know how to manage money. They never had it. They didn't know what to do with it. They didn't know, they weren't prepared for it. And so you can get lucky breaks, but it's what you do with those lucky breaks, I think, that really makes a difference. Reality is an interplay in your life experiences. It's not a zero-sum game. Evaluating success, I think, requires accepting both the randomness that can happen and the non-negotiable role of effort in dealing with that randomness. And I think that the narrative matters. Focusing solely on luck, I believe, fosters a passiveness, and undervaluing hard work undermines agency, individual agency and motivation. So, without work, luck is useless. You don't trip and fall into mastery. You don't accidentally become consistent, disciplined, or resilient. And you certainly don't scale a business, build a network, or leave a legacy because the moon and the stars were aligned. Luck may light a match, but hard work builds the fire. I have a good friend. He passed away a few years ago, and he talked a little bit about luck and winning and losing. And he says, we have much less control over winning or losing. This is Dr. Mark Golston, by the way. We have much less control over winning or losing at something than we do over trying or quitting at something. If you always try, you could eventually win. If you always quit, you can never win. And to me, this is, I think, the best example of how hard work, a little bit of luck and a lot of hard work make a big difference. And this is important for BNI members to hear, because, you're going to have an opportunity to meet people, but it's about building those consistent relationships. Those who say luck matters more are often trying to rationalize why they haven't gotten where they want to go. And it's easier to blame the dice than to control the grind. The truth is simple. Hard work doesn't guarantee success, but without it, success is guaranteed not to happen. So yes, luck exists, but it's not the main character. It's a cameo. Hard work is the plot.
That's very
That's
good.
my message for today, Priscilla.
Hey, that's great. I've enjoyed that. All right. Well, I think that's it for this week. This podcast is sponsored by MeisnerAudioprograms.com. These audio programs will provide you with the tools and the inspiration to powerfully enhance your BNI experience. So check out the great material that's available to you at MeisnerAudioprograms.com. And then use the promo code IVAN50 for 50% off of everything. All of the proceeds go to the BNI Foundation. Thank you so much for listening. This is Priscilla Rice, and we look forward to having you join us again next week for another exciting episode of the official BNI podcast.